It is complicated.
There are 3 ways to experience Jewish Poland today. By exploring the Jewish life that thrived for nearly 1,000 years. By bearing witness to where millions of Jews perished.
There were about 350,000 Polish Jews still alive at the end of the war.
And by understanding the Jewish community that is emerging. In a trip timed to coincide with the 26th Annual Jewish Culture Festival in Krakow, 24 people traveled to Poland with the Osher Marin JCC and Taube Jewish Heritage Tours. We explored the vast history of Jewish life in Poland at the Polin Museum, visited numerous sites, including the Warsaw Ghetto and Auschwitz-Birkenau, went to 3 former Shtetl towns where Poles are preserving Jewish sites, and spent time at the JCCs in Warsaw and Krakow, which are at the epicenter of the new Jewish community.
What came through for me was vitality and the fact that they're starting something new in the place where so many of our ancestors lived and the way Judaism and Jewishness is being reborn.
Welcome. I'm really very happy to host you here at the JCC. We believe that it's high time to start something permanent, going on every day, to create a home for Jewish people regardless of their backgrounds and ideologies and synagogue affiliations. So we found a place and here we are.
There's a sense in Poland at the JCCs of vitality and freshness. It's like a startup. It's a community that is emerging, and it's like literally has risen from the ashes.
I really see this JCC as still the entry point for those who are unaffiliated, but I also see it very much as the connecting point.
To be someplace where the JCC is a completely new institution and has completely new Jews of all different sorts who are coming to their Judaism with no preconceived notions in a place where you would so not expect it was really amazing.
I felt like I was at a JCC in its infancy in the beginning that was the glue of this community, and it made me feel so proud that we're part of that same family.
Prior to this trip, many of us had the mistaken impression that Poland would be in black and white, filled with people who didn't care about the Jewish past. What we found was something very different.
This trip is a great example of not knowing what you don't know.
There are terrible people everywhere, but there are more wonderful people in Poland than I expected. People who cared about making the Jewish story not go away, that it could be living, that they could restore things, that they could talk about what happened, and that they could make sure that it wouldn't happen again.
To see how many non-Jewish Poles are trying to bring back the life that was is just astonishing.
We met Poles in small towns who were educating schoolchildren to prevent anti-Semitism from re-emerging, who were restoring ancient synagogues and preserving a newly discovered mikveh, or ritual bath, from the 19th century.
1 year after the war, they will make the new buildings. Around this place was the old houses. It was totally ruined. And what are the people doing? The pieces of the stones put here.
Oh, they use it as a dumping place for all the rubble.
Yeah, here. And here was too much this garbage here to upstairs, put it upstairs here. And nobody knows what's here. And 2 years ago, the new owner, new man, buy here this building, buy. And when we take this garbage from here, he discovered the mikvah. But what is interesting, here the water is fresh. Fresh water. He was there spring.
Wow.
This is natural. You are the second group from America who saw it, this place.
I expected to find out about the Holocaust and learn more and actually visit the Holocaust sites. What I didn't expect to find was such a thriving, vibrant Jewish community. As large as it is, as dynamic it is, with leaders who are extremely charismatic.
My name is Jonathan Ornstein. I'm the executive director here at the JCC. Very exciting for us that you're here in Krakow.
I thought we were lost. I thought we were gone.
I don't think anybody expected that the JCC in Krakow would become what it's become.
And now I find out it's all here.
It's become the beating heart of a vibrant, optimistic, colorful, pluralistic Jewish community down the road from Auschwitz.
My grandparents lost a lot of their very close friends. Ever since I was a small child, my family shared those stories with me, and I came to understand that my hometown and my family also suffered a loss during the Second World War. So by being here at the JCC in Krakow and trying to, in a way, honor those who perished, but also do something about those who are alive, those Jews who have an opportunity to get back and reconnect to the Jewish world here in Krakow.
Our mission is to take a community that was decimated by the Holocaust and driven underground by communism and to help turn that into a viable community. So young people are finding out that they're Jewish and we're welcoming them back into the Jewish family and taking care of over the 75 Holocaust survivors that are members here. And now as Poland has become a place where it's easier and safer every day to be Jewish, we're helping to run programs and rebuild Jewish life.
Let the serious Mishigas begin. Thank you all for coming. Jacqueline, the floor is yours. Please use the microphone.
Thank you so much for this extremely intimidating challenge. What I really want to say is actually, what's the difference between latke and hamantaschen? Neither of them can be explained as a health food, and they are much better for it. But I think the difference between latke and hamantaschen are fundamental to our core of Jewish peoplehood.
Visiting the JCCs of Poland has given me such a different sense of appreciation and responsibility to be on the board at the JCC.
It's become very clear to us that a successful building, a successful institution is not really a mission, that the JCC is really only a tool toward building a viable Jewish community in Krakow.
We are the future and they are the future, and it's our responsibility to carry on.
So being at the JCC for me means being able to rebuild Jewish community and bring back something that I thought was missing from Poland and missing from my identity, even though I am not Jewish. So being able to bring back Jewish life and work with Holocaust survivors, their children and grandchildren, is a really meaningful experience for me every day at the JCC.
I don't think there's any way except in this kind of JCC and Taube sponsored kind of program that we could have had the experience we've had, seen what we've seen, and learned what we've learned.
Krakow inspired us to work with the traces of mezuzahs. So the traces of mezuzahs are places where mezuzahs used to be before war, and still we can find in pre-war Jewish buildings some traces, nails that used to hold mezuzot, or kind of holes engraved in doorposts. So we travel around Poland, different cities, we search for these kind of traces, and then we make bronze casts of it. And to create new mezuzahs that can give kind of second life to these mezuzahs that don't exist anymore.
I can show you pictures. I can talk about my experiences. But the true story is you can't see or know Poland unless you come yourself.
started this journey with Ancestry.com, and I, to my amazement, discovered that I actually came from Poland, which I never knew, and I now know the exact little shtetl that I came from. And I went to that shtetl and I felt my ancestors, and I felt their ruach, their nefesh, the soul of them. And I continue on right now and want to relay that to my kids so that they will be able to tell their kids and keep going into the next future. Because the Jewish feeling in Poland and around the world seems to be growing. And it's sort of a way of saying that they tried to do us in, but we're here.